Konnichiwa, good afternoon, and as always, welcome to my new video. Today's video is a bit different from everything I've done before. Like, this is kind of a funny, silly, short, probably not short video that I'm going to do right now. It's about stereotypes. You know, I personally find stereotypes really silly and really funny because most of them are bullshit, most of them are not true at all. Like, women stereotypes, like men stereotypes, children stereotypes, pet stereotypes, I don't know, everything. It's actually a pretty interesting thing about country stereotypes because when you meet a person from another country, you pretty much want to make sure that you are aware of its culture, you know these countries' stereotypes or something like that, and you know which of them are true and which of them are not true, and this is kind of a interesting and useful information for yourself to remember, to not be stupid, to not seem weird or something like that. So I came across a website which has been stated like top Russian stereotypes that are actually true. Whatever, let's start it right away. Okay, so the first one is probably like everyone is talking about that. Russians love vodka. Almost all Russians are capable of drinking vodka like water, and most of them will always have a bottle in their house, whether they drink it regularly or not. If you're ever at an event of any sort organized by Russian people, there will be vodka there and it will be offered to you. You know what? Bullshit. This is bullshit. Okay, maybe vodka has become like a part of culture of Russia or something like that, so maybe vodka does actually have a point there, but you'll be offered vodka probably because this is a cultural thing and because they probably know that you're aware of vodka and you know, like, you came to Russia to say like, oh, Russians vodka, cool, and they'll just offer it to you because that's what you expect. I personally dislike vodka really much because it tastes like shit. I don't know, I don't get drunk by vodka in any sense, so it's not tasty. You can't get drunk by it, and what's the point? What's the point? What's the point? Okay, so let's say it's half bullshit and half true, because I know there's always gonna be a lot of Russians that will be talking about like, oh, vodka is cool, what are you saying and stuff, so yeah. But for me personally, not. This is bullshit, this is bullshit. Number 2, Russian babushkas are real. Yeah, this is true. This is true. One of the most popular stereotypes is that of the Russian babushka. A short old granny with a scarf wrapped around her head. Not necessary, but yeah. Turns out babushkas are real. It's just what Russian children call their grandmothers. Yeah, like, even if they don't have grandchildren and stuff, so they may be old, they may be lonely and stuff, but they're real. They walk here, they do all this stuff here, but some people call babushkas nice and cool because, oh, babushka, so cute, so cool, but you do not know the nature of this creature. Some babushkas, when they're not older than like 70 or something, they behave like assholes sometimes, okay? I will get it if you don't understand me, but they do behave like assholes. They know their right to sit somewhere in public transport, in the underground or somewhere, and they will fight for it. They'll actually fight you. So yeah, I get in conflicts with babushkas pretty much often, and I am an asshole myself, yeah, I know. I think that if I had a really bad day, if I had a really tiring day all day long, I want to sit in my public transport, I want a seat there. And if a babushka that came to buy some goods in the supermarket and she needs to go only two stops in the bus stop, she can handle it without like punishing me for sitting in a public transport, not letting her sit there. So yeah, this is my personal thing. Russian babushkas are really real. If you ever been to Russia, you've probably seen them. Number 3, Russia is full of corruption. Fuck yeah, that's hell true, hell true. A lot of people say Russia is full of corruption, especially in its government, but also in its people. While this may be true in some cases, it's again no truer than in Russia than in any other developed country. Please tell it to somebody, please. Please. As long as I know, as far as I know, Russia is full of corruption, yeah. And this is pretty much the politics thing, and this is pretty much questionable and everything, but, you know, a lot of facts point out that Russia is full of corruption, and this is probably the most tiring thing about the Russia. Number 4, Russians are blunt and serious, and the Putin picture here, just for an example. Russians do admittedly have a serious demeanor, at least while in public, and it's considered impolite to express strong, especially loud, emotions around strangers. Of course, this all changes in private, but that's a different story. Of course. Yeah, okay, let's say this is true too, as well, because in public transport especially, well, I don't know why actually, but people, when they do go somewhere in public transport and they overhear someone talking, maybe not too loud even, they'll say like, shut up. You know, you sit there, you talk about your stuff, shut up, I'm not going to listen to you right now. This is also one interesting thing about being loud in public or something like that. So if the girl, I faced it myself, okay? If the girl, like me, probably swears out loud in public, like saying swear words. I remember I've been walking down the street in the city center somewhere with my friend, and he was telling me like a really expressive story or something like that, and I didn't believe him from the first time, and then I was like, whoa, shit, what the hell is that? And it was in Russian, of course, and it was much worse than that. I just seen a woman, like elderly woman probably, that just took my hand and say, what the hell are you doing? Like, girl, mind your own language. And I was like, what? Who just it was so embarrassing because I didn't even notice that I was swearing out loud or something like that. And she was like, mind your language, you are not supposed to swear in public because you are a girl. That's pretty sexist, yeah. Number 6, Russians are fleshy. I don't actually know what it means, let's read about that. One of the biggest stereotypes of Russians is their propensity for fancy clothing and flashy jewelry. And while the tradition of debutante balls is still alive, and while in Russia the average citizen dresses rather casually. And still, when Russian people dress up, they go all out in tall heels, glittery miniskirts and fur coats on the impeccably styled women, and the latest in crisp, bright out or loud men's fashion on the well-groomed guys. Woo! This is bullshit pretty much. Let's say it's not true about me, about my friends, and probably not true about my family as well. And it's not about like a lot of fancy jewelry, a lot of flashiness in them when they go out somewhere. No, not at all. Like, if the person is rich and it can afford like expensive clothes or something like that, they dress like that every time. Maybe I'm not aware of something, like tell me if I'm not, but I think this is bullshit. So okay, let's put bullshit in here and move on. Number 7, Russian clubs are exclusive. It's true, many Russian clubs, especially in Moscow, are designed for the very rich, very strict face control and exorbitant cover fees, and that's before you have to pay for drinks. I've never been to a Russian club myself, so I'm not going to say that everything I'm saying right now is completely true and stuff, but I've heard that you cannot just go into some like Russian club and have fun there. Like, some clubs probably have something like that. So I would say that's half bullshit, half true, but I'm not really sure because I'm not aware of Russian clubs and I've never been to one myself. Number 7, Russia has specific gender roles. I would say true, yeah. While many may consider Russian gender roles antiquated, Compared to other world powers, Russian citizens aren't so different in their day-to-day lives as American or Eastern Europeans. Many may perceive Russians sentimentally to dictate that men are meant to be chivalrous and hardworking, while women are expected to be caretakers in the home. This isn't necessarily true when it comes to employment in daily life. Yeah, well, it actually says it in here that it's not necessarily true in day-to-day life and something. But, well, I would say that this is true. Like, you're expected to be like that. You're pretty much expected to be like that. Like, normal people that have brains in their head and that can, like, consider going there or going another direction, and they do not just go wherever the flow takes them. Yeah, well, they can live another life. I personally don't prefer that because I want to have my role in life. I want to get a job as well, because if the two people are working in the family, so there's much more of the money. So yeah. Number 9. Russians are chain smokers. Ooh. Although the Russian government is slowly starting to impose harsh anti-smoking regulations in an attempt to end the smoking epidemic gripping the country, Russia still has one of the highest smoking rates in the world. I've never known about that. I personally hate smokers. I don't smoke myself, and I hate them because I'm allergic to the smoke, to the tobacco smoke. Russians are chain smokers? Yeah, probably, yeah. If you're not into like tobacco in any ways, like, probably you don't want to come to Russia because this is a country of smokers. Also, there's a lot of vapes right now, like the vape or something like that. This is so bullshit. Can you just breathe the normal air? Tell me please, why do you need all those things in your lungs? So, moving on to number 10, which is actually bullshit. It's about Russian women are extremely beautiful. First of all, look at my face. Analyze it. Take a deep look from the many sides. And then say, are Russian women really beautiful? Like, no, there's no such thing like that, because, you know, they probably do mean, like, the Russian beauty, like, it's called the Russian beauty, like, the blonde hair and the blue eyes, and then, the scarf around your head, and which looks pretty Russian to me. The little nose. See the little nose here? I don't either. There are a lot of mixes in us, like, some kind of Asian, something from Asia, something from Europe. We're a mixed nation, like, there's everything in us. So, I wouldn't say that Russian girls are all beautiful and we are all beautiful. I wouldn't say that, because there's ugly people everywhere. Like, look at me. Maybe some Russians will watch this video and they will say she is telling the complete bullshit, and I don't believe that Russia is that bad. But yeah, Russia isn't that bad, okay? But this is just not true to me, so let's put bullshit in here. So thank you so much for watching this video about Mother Russia. Leave the comments down below and hit the like button, hit the dislike button. Everything is up to you. Also, I want to mention one thing, that you can subscribe to me in Twitter. I post in English. I just picked up posting in Twitter some regular stuff. Follow me on Ask FM, and also if you have any questions, any suggestions, anything to tell me, like tell me I'm a bitch, tell me I'm doing the shitty stuff, or tell me I'm doing good stuff, I don't know. Well, tell me in Ask FM if you're not into showing up who you are or something like that. And also you can subscribe to my Instagram account, but I post mainly in Russian, so if you're okay with Russian, well, subscribe to it. If you're not, well, probably Twitter is up for you, so I answer all the questions on my Ask account and Instagram if you're up to it. So, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you liked it. Sayonara, and see you really, 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 really soon. Bye!